All right, so this is an attempt to explain the project for this course. As you know, in the OMGT program, we don't have exams. We do some type of final assessment that's supposed to look at all the objectives of the course and in a way that you can apply them. So the big document that comes out of marketing for planning purposes is called the marketing plan. Right, so it's the roadmap that marketing uses to direct what they do. It allows for research to be done, and it provides some type of a metric to measure the marketing dollars that are being used. Is there some type of a return on investment? You know, important stuff. Typically, it's done quarterly and annually at most organizations, at least ones that are good. They have a solid marketing plan. Now, the marketing plan typically flows out of the organizational planning and strategic planning that comes from the mission, vision, and values of the company. Based on that, then marketing is directed that this is the way in which we want to go as an organization. Marketing then writes their plan, and it again is a comprehensive roadmap on what we do in marketing and why we do it and how we do it. So there's one or two ways in which we could do this. I could have you write a marketing plan for a fictitious business or one that exists, right? But you'd be making all the stuff up because in a 7-week class in which you're not marketing folks for the most part, most of you, we'd just be making stuff up, kind of like a business plan. You just kind of make it up for when you do it for class. So I thought a better way to do it was to give you a real marketing plan and have you analyze it. So the project that's due at the end of the 7th week is to analyze a marketing plan for this company called FreeRiders, right? And it's a real marketing plan. And with permission, we have their marketing plan. And what you need to do, of course, is do some assumptions here, but analyze that marketing plan. So what I've done is provided a document that's an overview of the project. There's also a document that is the marketing plan. And then there is a primer which explains what each section of the marketing plan should be. We also have Chapter 17, which you should read, which also goes over the tenets of a marketing plan. And your task, and there's also a rubric attached to it as well, your task is to look at each one of those sections and to determine and to tell me, yep, here's stuff that should be in this section. Let's say the environmental analysis. This is the stuff that ought to be in there. And it's indeed here. However, they were missing a couple of things that I think should have been in here. They were missing A, B, and C, and this is why I think it ought to be in there. So you do that for each section. Now, you're not writing 3 pages for every section, right? It's at most a page for every section, at most. You know, and for some it'd be less than that because it's not nearly as comprehensive. But you're going to analyze rather than create. And I think that's a better way of doing it. Now, the only caveat to that is the first section of a marketing plan is the executive summary. What I want you to do for the executive summary, rather than analyzing their executive summary, which is just a summary of the marketing plan, which you'll be doing the whole thing of analyzing it, is for you, and it says this in the directions as well, is for you to tell me what the purpose of the marketing plan is and its functionality. So it's more of a research part for the executive summary. So when you hand this project in, it's going to be an analysis of the marketing plan with every section in your analysis, except, of course, the executive summary. The executive summary is going to be unique in that you will be creating the information for the executive summary on what you think the marketing plan and what its purpose is. And you'll be pulling from your resources and citing them in that one-page executive summary document. So, again, to be clear, the project for this class, right, and the rubric is included in all your materials under the folder for the marketing plan, is to analyze the marketing plan for FreeRiders, each section based on what we know each section is, and I've given you a primer and there's information in the text, and you're going to say this is what they did really well, and here's some holes that I see that I think they ought to they should have done, and here's potentially some consequences for them not looking at this portion. My suggestion is that every week you take a section. So, for instance, I would look at sections 1 and 2 this week, draft it out. If you want to email me the drafts, I can look at it. I'm not going to fully correct it, but I can look at it and say, hey, this is exactly the direction that you ought to be going. And then so by the time the course is done, you've pretty much done all the work if you've been chunking through this every week. And I will direct you in my or in the agenda for every week to start working on every section. And I'll let you know on week 4 you should be on sections 4 and 5 or whatever it might be at that time. So that is the plan for the big assignment for this course.